gaming becoming mainstream is probably the worst thing that ever happened to the hobby. Yo, what's good, it's True Kingsden, and I've been playing games since, like, NES probably, or SNES I should say. I've been playing games since, like, SNES, and, bruh, I think gaming has really fallen off a goddamn cliff. Like, in recent years I'm starting to notice it, and I just want to go through some of the reasons I think why. First thing I'm going to mention is bang for your buck is gone. You can spend $60, $70 on a game nowadays, and you might have to, some people will spend $60, $70, take a day off of work, and then came and play the game because there's a fat ass day one patch, or some shit like that, or the game's just super high up in freaking megabytes. But when it comes to the pricing is the issue. Like, these prices for some of this stuff is crazy. Some of the games are just garbage, and they be charging $6, $7 just because, oh, that's the new standard. But like, okay, cool, that's the standard. That don't mean you have to charge that. Your game isn't worth $60 to $70 sometime. Get that shit through your fucking skull. But even besides that, when it comes to like DLC and shit like that, you got people, or I guess microtransactions, you got people spending $20 for a skin nowadays. Or $20 for like 5 to 8 chances at a skin if you talk about games with loot boxes. When, back in the day when I was playing, I talked about it before, I'm gonna talk about it again. When I used to play the hell out of Borderlands 2, you could spend $10 and get a whole ass another game basically worth of content. A bunch of new map areas that look nothing like the rest of the map areas. A freaking weird theming, a lot of Easter eggs, a shit ton of missions. You get like 3 or 4 hour probably main story. Then you get a solid probably 7-8 hour worth of side quest. So all of that combined, there's new customization options, all that stuff. All that was for $10. Now, these games now is like, okay, the equivalent to that is, hey man, you could go ahead and spend $20 and we could give you this clown skin for this character. I was like, no, bro, it's not the same. So I think bang for your buck definitely went the hell down. Another thing is, all these games do like copying each other as well. A lot of these games copy each other as well. And what I mean by copy is, a lot of these game companies will pretty much just wait for another game to do an idea, see if it works, and then just hop on that bandwagon. Like, PUBG pretty much made Battle Royales, and then everybody hopped on that bandwagon. And before that, it was the hero shooter fucking genre, when Overwatch and all that shit came out. I'm like, man, Overwatch Paladins was like the two games besides Team Fortress that was out way before them. And I'm just like, oh, so now we want to start doing this. I was like, man, Call of Duty started incorporating it, Battlefield. I'm like, this is not it, bruh. This is so lame. But, you know, these motherfuckers ain't got no creativity. They don't want to take risks, even though they got billions to work with. They don't want to take the risk. They want to wait for some indie game to take a risk, and then if it works out, hey, we'll hop in on that. Or games like 20XX. If you don't know what that is, that's a roguelike that's inspired by Mega Man. Now, 20XX, I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I know about that game, 20XX is pretty much Mega Man roguelike, and I think 20XX came out before Mega Man 11. Capcom been asking, and, not Capcom, the fans been asking for a Mega Man game. Capcom don't want to do it for whatever reason. 20XX pops off, and also, this game didn't do well, but my number 9 showed that there was a big demand for Mega Man because of how well the Kickstarter went really fucking well. So I feel like between those games, they saw the demand, and Capcom was like, alright, bro, we're gonna do some Mega Man shit. Like, what happened to all those other years? Like, I low-key didn't play that game because the way they moved with that shit. That's just me, though. The thing that potentially pisses me off the most is the consulting firms that's getting involved now, and the pandering that's been going on. Like, Blizzard is the worst when it comes to pandering, and I don't know, when it comes to consulting, I guess you could say Sweet Baby Inc., but I can't think of a specific company. You got these games like, oh, we don't have enough diversity, and I hate diversity hires. Maybe I'll make a video about that at some point, but I hate diversity just for the sake of diversity, like when there's no reason for it really to be there. I'm like, okay, so why did this character need to be in the game? Why does this character need to be, or why do we need to know that? Like, this is the thing. Blizzard likes doing the period, oh, out of nowhere, Soldier 76 is gay. I'm like, okay, why do I need to know that? Y'all never told me if Mercy is straight? Like, it's like, why is that, now, when I see Soldier, I don't even think about people's sexuality in the fucking game, so it don't matter to me. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, like, when I'm not in the match, I'm like, why did I need to know that info? If, like, just keep it equal. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna make that a thing, and that's what we're doing, keep it equal. And let's find out. Let's tell me that Sombra is straight. Just keep it the same way. But when it comes to the pandering and the consulting forums, I don't like all of this extra BS. They're pandering to people that aren't even buying these games for the most part. Just people online complaining. And the last thing, this is what pisses me off the most. These companies have turned their backs on their players. These are players that have kept the game alive in one way or another throughout this time. Don't get me wrong, it's a mutual agreement, and I guess mutually beneficial. Like, you're getting entertainment and they're getting money, so I guess it adds up. Or you're a player on their thing, so looks good for investors, all that good stuff. I get that. This is my issue with it. Something like what happened with Warhammer. How Warhammer apparently, I don't even know the full details, but there's about no female space marines. And there's like, there was some group apparently called like the Sisters of Silence that were super badass and people loved them. And then they had to like retcon. It was like, there was like space marines that were females coming out of nowhere. And it's like, no, this is never supposed to have been a thing. And people come on, now they want to come out and retcon it. I'm like, so the fans have kept this alive for all these years. Even though the fans are showing you, no, this isn't a thing. They're like, no. We got a bunch of potential new customers right here, and we don't want to upset them. That's kind of what it is, though. That's kind of what the online world is. We have to pander to certain people. Like, for example, when they do the studies, apparently women are way more susceptible to ads and stuff like that. So, online, we gotta keep women happy and people that identify with them and all that. So, ooh, let's go ahead and make sure they're all okay. Let's make sure everybody feels good. If they feel good about our product, they might buy our product. No, they're not gonna buy your product. They're gonna say you're nasty for not agreeing with what they say, and then they're just you're gonna pander to what they say. They're gonna be like, good, that's better, and then they're gonna walk off and go buy some other shit because they don't play games or they don't care about it. But you turn on your player base and you can expect them to still care. You're like, you've been playing for too long. You're too invested. You're a good little sheep. I'm just like, man, it is fucked up. For me, I will say this though. This is something I should have said at the beginning, but I'll say it now. This, for the most part, applies to multiplayer games. Like, I haven't seen too much of this really happen with single player stuff as of yet. So that's just me. But y'all can let me know if single player games really got to it. I know they got the pandering stuff, but I know, I don't want to talk about like Last of Us 2 and all of that. I know some games actually do it, some single player games, but I guess the few and far between ones I played didn't really do it. Like I said, the only two games I'm caring about this year is AI Unlimited and Visions of Mana. But when it comes to gaming going mainstream, this shit has overall been ruined. So gaming isn't for gamers, which I'm gonna make a video about that, and what I mean by that. Gaming isn't for gamers anymore. And then you got the, like I said, Sweet Baby Inks and Anita Sarkeesians and all that other shit sticking their fucking head in things they got nothing to do with. You got all the companies copy each other, so many games feel like clones of each other. And then the prices are just getting outrageous. But, like I said, that's gonna be it for me. Let me know what y'all think. I was just upset, so I wanted to talk about this. It's True Kingsden, and I'm out.